Just so you know, this is silly town.
I wish.
Once
I
off
wish.
to a great start.
I hope that that's on the recording. I really do. Like, I hope that I said
Oh,
that
we're
on
recording now.
time. Good. Good. I hope that
Hi,
started with my nose.
everybody.
Guess who's back?
Welcome to another episode.
Hello.
As always, starting off strong.
Listen,
How are you doing today?
if nothing else, I am reliable. The way that I show up and who I am.
True golden retriever form.
I'm good. I just got to Birmingham. I
Ew.
can tell you immediately that I will never come back here. 'Cause
I could have told you that, and I've never been there.
I don't, dude. I
I
got
keep
off
telling everybody, don't go, don't go.
To be fair, we'll see what it looks like. And Melissa did have a really good time at a Christmas market. She just told me about. But the vibe as soon as I got off the train was not my jam at all. I was like, nope, I don't like this. And then my friend Dan texted me, my friend from Wales, Dan texted me, and he was like, how are you liking Birmingham? And I'm like, I've been here less than 5 minutes, and I can tell you that I don't. Are you good? What's happening?
I'm sorry, I'm choking. I'm totally listening. I'm trying to like silently cough so I can keep listening.
I'm so sorry. You look so funny. Are you good?
But yeah, is everybody's accent as abrasive as I imagine?
I haven't really talked to anybody yet because I'm very
Okay.
much like when I walk through a city, like I'm headphones in. Not these, usually I had to use these today, but usually wireless, so it looks like I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I don't know, because I need to find my way around first. I haven't talked to anybody yet. I actually forgot 7. I actually forgot that I don't think I'm gonna like the accents here. So we'll see how that
Listen,
goes.
British accents are wonderful and amazing, and I love them, but you will never catch my ass in Birmingham. I hate the way they sound. It's so aggressive all the time.
Listen, I just I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna feel like everybody's yelling at me all day, which is probably how people feel about me, to be fair, because the New York accent's not easy on the ears, and my like blend of mostly New York with weird random Southern and a little bit of Midwest is probably very confusing to people.
Well, I mean, on the bright side, if everybody is loud and aggressive and like just very verbal, you're from New York. It's very loud there all the time.
But I'm trying to leave there, man. I didn't come here for
No, that's
more of
fair.
it. Oh, I also figured something out today. I like when I can tell stories about how I'm a dumb American. So I was like walking around after the train station, and like I think I knew this and had picked up on this subconsciously, but like I didn't actually. The synapses did not connect, right? So this guy comes up to me and he's like, "Oh, pardon me," and he was definitely not from here because he had a very posh accent. And he was like, "Can you tell me? Do you know where the high street is?" And I'm like, I don't. All I can tell you is that I walked that way, which was behind me, and I said, and that leads to nothing. So come this way with me. So then we're walking, and then I like sent Dan a voice note, and I was like, "So I have a question." I was like, "So do y'all just call like all the main drags high streets? Like, am I picking this up? Am I picking up what I was putting down correctly?" And he was like, "Yeah, pretty much." And I was like, "Cool." It just took me like all year to put those puzzle pieces together. So whatever like the main strip is in a town, they call it high street.
Okay.
Like where we would say like main, like in New York we'd call it like a main drag, or like they're usually named Main Street in New York, to be quite honest. Like most of the towns out on Long Island have a main street, and that's the main street. But like, they're called high streets, but they're not named high street in every city.
Okay, that's super helpful to know.
Yeah. It's like I feel like I was like intuitively understood it, but really didn't put the logic together until the guy said it to me, and I was like, oh, I feel dumb. 9. What did that sound? Something here
Baz,
sounds
what
like
are
a
you doing?
cat. Anyway, so I just got here.
Oh,
We're on my iPad, so like I think I warned you before I started recording, but I'm gonna have like googly eyes because I don't really know where the camera is, and sometimes I'm trying to look at you, and sometimes I'm trying to look at me, and sometimes I'm trying to find the camera. So we'll see how this looks on video. Oh,
fully
did
lost
you
my train of
freeze?
thought. Um,
Sorry.
no, I mentally I froze.
Oh, okay, that's fine. I
'Cause
like
that's where
that.
I'm at.
That's hot.
Um, I'm honestly surprised that you have like a good signal because I feel like finding a good signal even with Wi-Fi over there was so fucking hard. Like,
It doesn't look good on my end. Like your video is a little glitchy on my end, so like that's why I was like, I
no,
can't tell if your brain froze or if you froze because your video's got a lag. So it's not great signal,
no,
but it's good enough for you to hear me, I guess, and see me,
yeah,
which is good since you record over there. So your signal's important.
yeah. Oh,
I'm so I
but yeah,
love that we
how
planned.
are the travels? Oh, sorry.
No, we're good. I was just thinking about how we planned like a time to record this, and I did all that math, and I used a time zone converter, and I still called you an hour early and was like, "Send me the link." Like I just can't do the math between all the
I
time
okay, I
zones.
panicked and I thought it was my fault because I thought you were still going on New York time. So I was like, okay,
No,
no, that's on time. So I need to like get my shit together. That's why it took me forever to send you the link because I had to like get my chair out and like turn my computer on and like all that shit. So like I had a
no,
timer set and everything. Like,
nope. I was trying to do
ugh.
Central Time. I don't know what happened. I was like,
No,
I
it's
walked
okay.
here and I was like, oh, I have to hurry up and get on this, and then I didn't. But here we are.
I was quite literally sitting on my floor watching TikToks, doing nothing. So it's
Floor
fine.
time.
Yeah.
I had floor time when I got back to Cardiff. So like I did the same thing that I did when we recorded when I had all those concerts that week, and I like thought that they were going to be separate weeks when I saw Alpha Wolf and shit, and I was like, oh, I accidentally
Oh yeah,
planned
yeah.
like
So
4
that week was
shows
so
this week.
busy.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
like kind of the same thing because I flew over on the 8th, and then so I land on the 9th, and then I had a gig in Camden. I went to see Continents,
Ugh.
so I stayed in Camden that night, and then I got on the train to Cardiff. But then I was only in Cardiff for like less than 72 hours. So I had enough time to like unpack, set up the place for the month, and then I had to work, and then I had to pack for a week in Europe in like all different temperatures, or what we expected to be all different temperatures, but really just turned out to be cold. So then I
Sounds about right.
packed and I left, and I met Melissa in Prague, and then Jimmy and Victoria and Julia met us. So we were in Prague for like I think 2 days. And the first day was like a
Sorry.
hangout day. I don't hear him. I don't know what he's doing, but I can't hear him.
Oh, he was chewing on a
Oh,
t-shirt
what a baby.
because my kids are slobs.
Yeah, so the first day was like a hangout day and it was cold, and then the next day was the show. And then we went to Amsterdam, which was it was just me and Melissa. It was fucking freezing and raining and hailing at points. Um, but it's so pretty, and we had fun, and we did like a bunch of shit around the city. We did like a little canal tour or whatever. Um, but we got hailed on twice and rained on a fuck ton. And I got lost trying to find the red light district. So I've now been to Amsterdam and still haven't found the red light district, although I found some red lights, but not the district. Um, but I did go to a coffee shop and I did find a metal bar. So that was fun. Um, and then from there, we were only there 2 days, 3 days. We went to Brussels, but I forgot Victoria was flying into Brussels a day early. So she didn't have anywhere to stay when we were still in Amsterdam. So I had to book her an Airbnb because we fucked up the dates. So then we
Shit.
got to Brussels and she moved into our Airbnb. And we went to a show the first day, and then Melissa and I were like just kind of exploring a little bit the next day. And then I was supposed to be back in Cardiff, and all these storms hit over here, which I was like kind of talking a lot of shit at first about how the whole country shuts down when it's cold, and it's weird because it's a cold country, which is
Yeah.
still true to an extent. Um, so I got stuck. My flight from Amsterdam to Cardiff, I got from Brussels to Amsterdam, and then my flight from Amsterdam to Cardiff, we missed it because the flight from Brussels was delayed. So then they put me in this shitbag hotel after like 5 hours of trying to get someone to help me because they were like they had booked me the next day through Edinburgh, but with like a 6 hour layover, and I was like, no way, because now I'm gonna get stuck in Scotland. Like I'm not gonna make it out. There's no way. Which would have been true because everybody I know traveling to and from Scotland has been a fucking nightmare. So I'm like, I'm not doing that. Just get me to London and I'll get my way. I'll get myself to Cardiff. So then the woman's
Yeah.
like booking me and she's like, we'll book the train. So you'll take the Heathrow Express to Cardiff Central. I'm like, no, I won't. And she's like, yeah, that's what it says. I'm like, that train doesn't go to Cardiff. Can you just send me the itinerary? I don't know where you're sending me. So then I had to stay in Amsterdam an extra night and they flew me to London and I took the train back to Cardiff, but I like wanted to cry because I just wanted to be back in Cardiff so bad. And I got hailed on again, waiting for the shuttle bus to the hotel. But I just like did not process how much was, it was all good, but I did not process how much was happening that week. And luckily I had like called Melissa and I was like, listen, I can't plan this accommodation because I can barely figure out these flights. Like, can you make sure we have places to sleep? So she did
Yeah.
all the Airbnbs and hotels because I would have lost my mind. It was crazy. I had Dutch pancakes.
Are those different?
Yeah, yeah. They're like if our pancakes and a crepe had a baby. So they're
So
like
it's just like
bigger.
a medium pancake.
They're they're big, so they're like the whole plate, like a medium pancake. They're
Okay,
like the
I thought you meant like thickness.
well, it's both. So the as
Oh,
big as like the
yeah. So
plate,
it's like a
like a
medium.
crepe. Yeah, it's like a thick crepe or a thin pancake.
That seems like doing too many steps.
Well, you can get a lot of shit in them too. I just got a plain one to try it, but they do like they basically like do them up like crepes, like savory and sweet. They were good.
Okay.
What else did I eat? We just ate a lot. Like we were just walking around eating and exploring.
I mean,
Went to
that's like the best thing to do while traveling.
we went to Prague Castle and Julian, Victoria, and I were going into the cathedral, and we were like, Jimmy, you want to come? And Jimmy was like, no. And I started laughing because I thought it was a joke. And she was like, I'm going to wait at this cafe. And I was like, oh, you really don't? She was like, no. It was funny.
Ugh.
But it's really funny traveling with a bunch of either neurodivergent or like, I don't know. I think we were all neurodivergent. I actually don't know if Jimmy really is, but like, because everybody would just be like randomly like, I'm overstimulated, I'm gonna go take some time to myself, or like I need quiet time, and then everyone else is just like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, we get it, go do it. Like, do you want to do it alone or do you want to do it with us? Do you want to go back to the Airbnb? Like, how do you want to do that? Like, how do you want to decompress right now? It was
Love
funny.
that so much.
It was so good. Just kind of rotated through it. And then like Melissa and I have traveled before. We don't really like verbalize it. We just sit down and stop talking for like an hour.
Yep.
So that's fun.
Gotta recharge.
Yes. I don't know. It's cool. It was,
That's
what
kind
was,
of how I do it too.
what, you just stopped talking?
Yeah. That's what I did. That's what I did at Red Rocks. I hung out with you guys for a little bit, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna go downstairs now. Like, and I just went and stayed down there until you guys left.
I just really remember the day that you were screaming and you needed floor time. Remember the floor time moment?
Listen, I don't remember most of it, so I'm
Well,
glad
it's,
someone does.
well, that's because Emily had me on the moon. I'm surprised I remember anything. But what was cool,
Yeah. Anyway,
jokes aside, Um, I was curious, like, I was keeping an intentional open mind for these trips because, like, I'm I wanted to like really suss out like, do I just want to not be home anymore, or like, do I want to be in South Wales? And
Yeah.
so it was fun to like go to three different places that were cool and beautiful, and I would go back, and I would absolutely choose to go back when it's warmer. Um, but like none of them felt like they could be home. Like none of the three felt like they could be
Yeah.
home. And so I'm like, oh, this is not the feeling, right? And then going back to like trying to head back, I was upset when I didn't get back on time because it's like another day that I'm missing there because I'm here for a month, but like I'm not actually in the city for like I don't know
Yeah.
15 days or whatever, like pretty much half the trip. Um, so there was like that part, and then also once I got back, I just like walked in and I was like, oh, I'm home, and then I'm like looking around, I'm like, I'm not home, but I'm absolutely home. Like this is
Yeah.
absolutely this. There's absolutely something about this place right now that has something for me, and I don't know what it is. Like I don't know where it's going, but like it's not just getting out of where I am. And that was like
That's
I didn't
awesome.
think that's what it was, but it was nice to like have an opportunity to confirm it.
Yeah.
And so I've been in my
I love
feelings
that for
about
you.
that big
That's
time.
fair.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad you had a chance to figure that out. That's
It made me ask my boss about moving me 4 months earlier than I planned to.
yeah.
So
Wh- How soon are
yeah,
you, wait, are you trying to just get there like as soon as possible or like
2025 is the goal because like as soon as possible is not really reasonable with the way that the process works, and then like selling the condo or
yeah.
whatever. But like I don't know, like he doesn't know. So when I got hired at my day job, my boss that hired me knew I wanted to move. She's on maternity leave, so she was there for 2 weeks, and she wasn't even because she took vacation. So she's on maternity leave. So this guy like he's great, but he met me I don't know 2 weeks ago. So this is our second conversation,
Yeah.
and he already knew that I loved it over here and that I like wanted to move, but I don't think he like knew that I meant like, yeah, I want to move. You know what I mean? So we had like a good one
Yeah.
on one this week, and he was like, anything else you want to talk about? And I was like, actually, I'm going to put something really unfair on your radar. And he was like, well, nothing's unfair. And I was like, no, this is unfair to you because you're new in this role, like taking over from my boss, and you don't know me, and I'm new to this company. And I like just kind of laid it on him, and I was like, listen, I know I want to move. Like this is a 2025 goal. I am really curious about what the appetite is for allowing this, and also acknowledge that I still have questions about what it means. Like I'd have to get my salary reworked and all kinds of things. So I'm like, is this a conversation that we could start researching, knowing that I'm not asking you to do like allow this immediately, but that in a perfect world I'd like to do it next year, and if not, I'd like it to be like on the radar for my growth long term, which is why I took the role with this company because of the sponsorship opportunity that they did not say no to immediately. And he was like,
Yeah.
listen, he's like, I don't know the answer to any of those questions. He's like, but I will get those answers for you. He's like, and I personally have no, basically, he personally was like, he was like, I personally have no issue with this as long as you know that like if you're working with US clients, you have to work US hours. And I was like, that would actually be ideal because then I can like go to the gym in the morning and get my day started and then work from 1 to 7 or 1 to 8 or whatever time it is I need to work and then have my night. Like that's actually perfectly fine for me. Um,
Yeah.
so now I have anxiety because he's actually like asking HR and marketing and finance what that looks like.
Is it anxiety or are you excited?
No, so I'm excited because he was open to it. It's anxiety because I was also like, please let them know that I want this job. Because if it's not this role, like it's a small company that's growing, so then we can, I'm really crafty. Like I will create a role that requires me to be based in the European region, coincidentally in the UK, coincidentally in South Wales. Like I will dream that up in my brain and position myself as the only person that can do that job, and I will do it well. But like, I just want them to know that like don't fire me, basically. Don't make me find a different job that might do
Yeah.
this for me. Which he was like, you don't have to worry about that. And I was like, I feel like I do because I haven't been here that long. And I originally was going to wait 6 months so that you could see how good I am at my job. But he's like, I already see that you're good at your job. I'm like, great, thanks. So it was
That's good,
just,
though.
it was not according to plan. But
Yeah.
what is?
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that conversation went well. I'm glad things are kind of moving along for you, even if it's not exactly as planned. But, you know, what's meant to be will be.
I know. It's also very warm in Cardiff, by the way. Just so you know, it's very cold here. It's very warm in Cardiff.
Very cold here.
It's supposed to be like 60
And
degrees this weekend.
I actually don't even know what temperature it is because I'm just cold. It is currently 37 degrees outside. I don't know what that is in Celsius. Oh, it's 36. It actually just dropped as I was looking at it.
I don't know what, bro. I don't know what that is. I
Fucking
don't know what
hate
that
it.
is in Celsius either. I'm still American. I'm just here.
Yeah. Oh, and it's 36 degrees, but it feels like 25 because
Uh,
of the wind chill.
I'm
We have 25 miles per hour winds right now.
Jesus
I
Christ.
fucking hate
Why?
it here because it's Nebraska.
Is it windy all the time?
Well, I mean, it's flat, so there's not like hills and all that stuff to like help
Oh,
move the wind drafts or like it's just cold as fuck wind blowing across the entire state like all the time.
it's 34 degrees
That's why
here.
there's like the what's that saying? The saying that like all Midwest middle-aged people say. It's like, yeah, it wouldn't be so bad if it wasn't for the wind.
Oh,
That's like one of the most Midwest things you could say.
I didn't know that. That's a good one.
Yeah. Uh it's awful. I fucking hate it here.
I'm sorry. I hate it where I am right now.
Even if it was like cold and rainy, I'd still much rather be in London again.
Listen, the rain's not that bad. It's not like it pours every day. It's 34 degrees here right now, but the air quality says bad. It literally just says bad. And then it looks like this. So it doesn't,
It looks like it has some kind of
it
disease.
looks not great.
How about don't fucking start with me, Basil?
Oof. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is interesting. So this is where I am. That like gross
This is
stripe.
the portion where we speak about the
This
weather.
gross stripe across the middle. That's the air quality. Listen, I could be a
Ugh.
meteorologist. No, I could not. I would never have the patience to learn that. I went to school with a guy
No.
that really wanted to be one, but he didn't do that.
That's an interest. I feel like it's an interesting choice. I don't think I would like that. I could stand in front of a green screen and point at things, but I don't want to have to know the things that I'm pointing at. I could do like game show style. I think I could work that.
I'm picturing game show style
Are you
meteorology now.
like Vanna White?
I know, I'm picturing it. It sounds
Yeah.
fun.
Hey, could you not, please, for fuck's sake,
Did you just get Irish?
fuck's sake, Bagel? What?
Did you just get Irish and you called your dog Bagel? That's not
That's
his
because
name.
my brain stopped working. No, it's not. Yeah, you need to chill the fuck out, bro. I don't know what he wants, to be honest.
He probably doesn't know what he wants.
Yeah, he doesn't have a whole lot of brain cells in there. It's just a big rock on his shoulders.
Good for
He doesn't even
him.
have a neck. Oh, I'm just gonna sit here making noises at my dog.
I'm kind of enjoying it. It kind of reminds me of the one time I like. It kind of reminds me when I. Whoa, I can't talk. It kind of reminds me when I did shrooms in Colorado, and I told my friend that her golden retriever looked like an old lady with blonde hair. It was fucked up. Uh,
It's okay. Hold on. No, it's so funny when dogs like look like they're people though. Like
no.
Like, why do you as a dog look like your owner? You know what I mean? Like, there was like a comic strip about it, but then like I've seen photographers, they'll do like portraiture of people with their pets, and it's like, why are you kind of like twins?
Like
What?
Dakota with his eyebrows always bunched together like this. Does he look like me? God. My dogs are thriving also.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I started the whole thing talking about the chaos of the travel, but really the other than the weather that grounded the flights that we couldn't do anything about, like everything has been like immaculate. I even have a little balcony on my little like Juliet balcony on my flat that I can throw myself off of when I'm suffering. When I inevitably go through
All
a
right.
daily moment of suffrage, some type of torture.
Oh Jesus. I'm just. I wish I had a balcony. It's so nice. That's one of the things I miss about apartments. Like, apartments aren't great, but
No.
like a fucking balcony just really sells it.
Dude, the first day it was so warm. The first day I was back, it was like 60 degrees. I just had the door open the whole time.
Yeah.
In Well, actually it's not great because it's almost December, but like I don't know what am I going to do about it right now?
Yeah.
It's
We're
humid
just
there too
glossing
though.
over that. It's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's humid there too
That
though.
seems really. I mean, like, I guess it's kind of by the ocean, but like that still seems so odd for like this time of year, especially if it's like so much colder,
Well, I mean, when I was
not
there,
that far away from there.
when I was in London last December, and then when I was here in March, the weather was like weirdly. That's not going to make any sense to anybody that doesn't watch the video.
Hey, hey, I'm so sorry. Oh, hey, there's my alarm for us to
For us to
record the
start.
pod. I forgot to turn it off.
The weather was similar when I was here in December and
Yeah.
March. It was similar to Long Island, which I don't think it's supposed to be because I'm way further north, but it has been.
I mean, I know they have like wildly. Oh my god, I'm fucking crying. I know they have like wildly different climate like year round. Um, at least from where I'm from.
It's mild. So it's
I
like
don't know.
mild here all the
Yeah.
time, basically. Actually, what I was saying was this I was like talking shit about the storm because I was like, oh, it's a cold country. They can't handle the cold. But actually, there was like a lot of rain near Cardiff, and there was a
Oh,
lot of flooding and like landslides in some of the small communities just like outside of the city. Um, which luckily, as far as I know, hasn't affected any of my friends. But like, actually, when I got back, it was like a big deal because it was really bad.
yikes.
Yeah. So then I was like, well, now I feel bad about talking all that shit about the weather and why I couldn't fly out because obviously it was worse than I realized.
Yeah. That sucks though. Oh, I thought you guys said it was cold last December, but
Well, it was.
I guess you were sitting outside the whole time, so that makes a
I don't know what
difference.
you're talking about. I've never done that in my life. It was. It really was. No. Fingers was cold. I wasn't. She was wearing all my clothes.
No.
She was wearing every single piece
Yeah.
of clothing that I brought, besides what I was wearing and what I was planning. She had 4 or 5 sweaters on, and then our friend from Australia had a
That's
blanket, and
so
then
relatable.
she was in a blanket. But it was like 50. I mean, this is December, right? Like mid-December. It was like 55 degrees once the sun came up. I didn't say that out loud. I was
Jesus.
absolutely not outside before the sun came up. Also, never done that in my life. At its warmest, it was like 55 degrees. So it was like not that
Well,
bad.
I guess relatively that's not that bad, but it's also like 68 degrees in my house right now and I'm so cold.
I feel like temperature inside feels totally different than outside. Like
Yeah.
when I am outside and it's like 65 to 69 degrees, that's very comfortable for me, like bordering on warm. And I like really hot
Yeah.
weather too. Like I'm fine with like a 90-degree day, just not 100 of them in a row. Um, but then
It
when
sounds
I
awful.
sleep, like I want my air conditioner on 69 because it's cold enough for me. because it feels colder inside also because I'm a 15-year-old boy. But like,
That's usually also what I have mine set to, but my house doesn't seal all the way, so it only gets so far.
my dad,
Like I could turn it up to 72 and it would be like a normal temperature, but
I lived with my dad for like 6 months. He kept his AC on 64 to 65 degrees. I used to sleep with two hoodies on. And I'm like a sleep naked kind of person.
yeah,
Two hoodies, fuck off.
nope.
Fuck all the way off. I'm loving these faces. So
I'm trying to win this stare down and he does not take me seriously.
Oh, he told you to fuck off.
Okay. I'm gonna go let this bitch ass outside real quick. I didn't even need to go outside after that. He literally walked outside and just stood there. He just has beef with me trying to be productive and record.
Oh, what
Who
is
the
this?
fuck is that?
What?
Oh, absolutely not. I don't know.
Uh, sorry, my friend who's sitting my dog just texted me. She's like, when you come back, we have to have a talk and walk in the city. And I'm like, do you mean New York City? Because absolutely not. It's going to be a hard pass for me.
Immediately
I love that for
no.
you. They're tracking me. They just got my location. Jen is somewhere in this circle.
That's so cute.
Kevin sent me with some ducks that I have to deliver, and he's sent me a picture of my location in my flat and said Jeremy wants McDonald's because he was looking at the places around me. The one duck is named Jeremy, and I was like, Jeremy is having beef stew that I cooked myself.
Such an interesting name for a duck.
I don't remember where it came from. Just came out of my mouth. Why is it a bad name? Oh,
My,
sorry. I just remembered. I don't know why. I don't even really know
it's
anybody
fine.
named
I don't.
Jeremy, so
I actually. Well, to be fair, I very rarely refer to him by name when talking to you guys about
this is true.
it.
This is
So
very true. Well, don't worry. Soon I will no longer have Jeremy the duck, so his name won't come up again.
it's fine. Ow. I'm having a time over here. I tell you what.
I see that. This is a good one for video.
This.
I don't know
See, this
I
is.
don't know how your knees are that close to your face right now, actually.
I have my foot in my chair.
Okay.
So I'm kind of like curled up in my little bowl.
Oh.
Oh, I just almost pulled my whole monitor over trying to swing though.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Right.
They're still tracking me. No, I'm not going to the city. I love you, Maggie, but no. What's been going on for you?
I have maybe bit off more than I could chew.
I love the way
And
that
just
started.
in kind of in general.
The body language and everything.
Um. Okay, so impulsively started with one show in October, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that quickly spiraled into uh 6 shows
Wait, is this
in
photography
a
or attending?
yeah
Okay.
yeah well both.
Okay.
Um. And I listen. I have so many pictures. I told myself that I can't go to any shows for like a month because I need to just sit down and edit all the pictures that I took at these shows. There's so fucking many. Like I crashed my drive repeatedly, simply trying to get them safely into the drive off my camera. I have too many fucking pictures.
Okay.
But I'm having a fucking blast. Also probably have to quit my second job. Um I applied to work at a club, so we'll see how that goes.
Wait, doing what? They have clubs in wait, hold on. This is going to be a weird sentence.
Okay.
I'm
It
so
is
sorry.
a strip club,
Ooh,
and it's not in Nebraska.
where is it?
So there's it's technically in Iowa,
Okay.
but it's like just across. Well, technically, I don't even think it's just across the river. It's in a weird spot. It's right down by my airport though, and it's also oddly enough, right next to the ICE offices.
Oh,
Yeah. So like bummer. But also I can definitely make more money waitressing at a club than I
correct.
I make at a fucking craft store.
Correct.
Um, so I'm very charismatic. Uh, I was not very. I didn't convince myself with that. Hold on, I gotta go yell at my
You don't
dog
have
because
to be
he's I think
charismatic.
he's yeah.
Go ahead, go.
I think he's
He's all done.
barking at the neighbor's cat. Kingly. He was actually still in my yard.
Oh, well, that's good.
Um, yeah, he was just being loud for no reason. It's fine.
That's the story of my life.
Ow. Yeah. Um, but yeah, so I'm gonna see how that goes. Uh, Waiting to hear back from the manager. But I hope I get it. I think it could be nice. I miss waitressing because like going home with cash every day is so much nicer than waiting every couple of weeks for a measly little paycheck.
It's real hard to stop, though. I mean, not that I want to stop, but I'm thinking about like when I'm over here, how I'm not going to have that. And I'm like, oh, that's going to be weird. like,
Why not?
I mean, like I can work part time, but it's not like a big tipping culture. So walking out with a bunch of cash like we do here,
Yo,
like
that's
we
fair.
do at
Yeah.
home, you know what I mean? Like I'm not going to. Sometimes on a Friday night, I walk out with like $400 or $500 for no fucking reason. And I'm like, where did all this money come from? That's never going to happen again. It's going to be weird.
That's fair.
That's been my life for 20 years. The restaurants have
Yeah.
always been in the background, but that will help you save up.
Yes. Yeah, I'm still working on all that stuff. I'm also back to heavily plotting and scheming for next year because I'm so utterly desperate to get back.
I know. I don't have my next flight booked, but I did buy tickets to download. And I bought tickets
Yeah.
to another festival out here in the summer, so at least then I'll be here in the summer. But like Maggie, I'm like, if you want to be back in New York anytime before then, you let me know. I will figure out how to get my ass over here.
Yeah. Bad. Hey, stop, fucker.
No.
Lay down. There you go. Okay.
Yep.
But yeah, so I'm kind of trying to figure things out. Obviously, I have my main plan and then my backup plan because why wouldn't I? It's not even 2025 yet, so of course I have a plan for the end of next year. Uh,
Perfect. It's very Capricorn of you.
I do what I can, you know. It's,
I'm just over here lighting everything on fire as I walk past it. Very on brand.
um, but yeah, I don't know. I think I'm starting to get kind of like nervous. Which is honestly a little bit silly because like I haven't even done anything yet. Um, but I need to get my website done so I have like an actual portfolio so that I can actually start making moves. But I figured I also have a couple months at least because I don't see any bands announcing like fall stuff until, you know, like late winter, spring. So
Is that the
I
plan?
have
You're trying to get on
time.
a fall run out here?
Yes.
Oh,
Now it's just like a toss up between am I going to attempt to reach out to a specific band and like work with them, or am I just gonna spend 2 weeks buying as many tickets to as many shows all over and then just call a bunch of venues and ask for a photo pass, or just go to tiny little bar shows with my point and shoot and, just fuck around. Which honestly is kind of fun. I realized how much I like not like just taking the point and shoot and standing in front of barricade, because I don't have to leave the photo pit after the first 3 songs.
Mm-hmm.
So then I have an unobstructed view of the band where the other photographers' heads aren't in my way.
I feel like the point and shoot is getting huge right now. Like everyone that I like that's shooting shows, they're like all going to shows where they don't have photo passes, so they have to bring the point and shoot,
Yeah,
and like those pictures are sick.
yeah. I've been having some fun with it. The last show that I went to was it was Sorry Mom, and I actually ended up knowing the band that was opening for them,
Mm-hmm.
which I didn't know because they weren't on the bill. I just like got there and I was like, I know like all 5 of these people. What the fuck? That's weird. Uh, and then I like looked at the stage and I was like, oh, okay. And so I talked to the guitarist and was like, hey, haven't seen you guys in a while. I'm gonna take pictures. So it was fun.
That's fun.
Sorry Mom also fucked. They were just so good.
Oh, I love that.
Um, I took a picture with them after the show, and I look totally normal if you just look at like my face. I just look like really happy. But if you look at my feet, you can tell how nervous I was because I was doing the foot thing.
Oh, I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah. I was like, oh fuck, I was so nervous. Like, but they were really nice and they're really good. They're actually they're from New York.
I know that. Where?
And I don't know. I just know that they're queer punk from New York.
Oh, I gotta look.
Yeah.
New York is
But it
so
was
big
weird
now.
though. So like the openers were like a
Sorry,
metal
Mom.
band. And then the in between was a drag set. They had two local drag queens come in and do that, and then they're like very Riot Girl era punk.
Uh-huh.
Um, and one of the guitarists at one point took a break from playing guitar and literally sat on the corner of the stage and played his Switch. It was amazing. I loved it.
That's wild. Sorry,
No, but they're
Mom,
really
man.
good.
Hopeless Records. I didn't even
Definitely.
know Hopeless Records was still around.
Oh, they actually. I think they said this is their first tour officially signed.
I didn't know
So that's kind of
Hopeless
cool.
Records was still around. That's such a throwback.
I honestly don't know a whole lot of record labels. I know like
Oh,
some of the bigger ones, but
it says New York City.
yeah.
Oh, I gotta listen to it later. Sorry, I looked at this like right when you told me that they were from New York because like I have my ADHD
No,
just
you're
like
good.
could
Um,
simply could not wait until 20 minutes from now.
the funniest part about that was, you know how Spotify does those day list things?
Mm-hmm.
Um, PP got one, and I can't remember what the title of it was, but it was some gay shit.
Some gay
And
shit.
Sorry Mom, now I have to look this up because Sorry Mom was one of the bands on there, but she sent me like a screenshot of it, and I was like, I have to go listen to this song now. Spooky Evil Gay Mix. That's what it was.
Okay.
And the first song on it was I Fucked Your Mom. Um, and so I listened to that, and I was like, as I was like listening to it, I was looking at their Spotify page, and I was like, oh, events, and I clicked on it, and I was like, I'm going. They're playing a block away from my house in 2 weeks. Immediately, yes. So I listened to one song from them, and then immediately decided I was going, and it was so much fun. They're phenomenal. And it was honestly one of the gayest rooms I've been in so long. Like when I'm telling you, like 98% of that room was queer, and it was fantastic. Um, and the drag set was also amazing. The two drag queens were really good, and I got to take pictures of them also, and that was super
Oh,
cool.
I can't wait to see those.
Um, yeah,
Get to editing.
yes, I know. I have what? Listen, I honestly cannot explain to you just how many pictures I have to edit. Like, I don't know if you noticed that the drive in the last like 3 weeks has gone from being like 20 something percent full to and now we have like over 100% full.
No, I did not see that. How do you have over
Yeah.
100% full? They don't just cut you
Or
off?
not 100% full
Oh.
gigs. Because there's two, it's like 200
Oh,
gigs.
okay.
And I've now filled half of it just with pictures.
I love that though.
I still haven't even finished editing from the Lorna Shore show back in mid-October. So
Oh
I've
shit.
got Lorna to edit, Enter Shikari, because I guess I didn't really take a whole lot of pictures of the first one because I was too busy just enjoying it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so the Denver one, I took so many pictures. And then the home team, and then the two bands that they played with, and then Sorry Mom, and those two. And then I also ended up at some like rave afters thing on election night. I think I might have talked about that. Didn't plan to go to that.
Well, you know what? No, I don't think anybody planned anything I don't think anybody had any of their
Yeah.
reactions planned that night. So that's fair.
Yep. No, it was fun though because I ran into somebody who had invited me to that, and he was actually DJing. But it was cool. So I ended up getting to actually catch part of his like second set, and so I got some pictures of that too. I still haven't looked at those because I'm scared because I had been drinking, so I was like, are any of these even gonna be like usable?
Maybe.
We're gonna find out. Well, one of the ones that I took when I first got there actually came out really nice. So I was like, okay, well, we're just not gonna look yet. Like I'm gonna start at like the earlier ones because I've got like I decided not to edit Kubla Khans because I'm not gonna give them more of a platform after learning that Matt Honeycutt is like a Trump supporter and
Oh
stuff
shit.
because fuck you. Um so I'm just not editing the pictures I took from that set. So most of it's Whitechapel and Lorna Shore.
Okay.
But still. I'm honestly super excited about some of the pictures that I got of Will. Yeah.
You just glitched.
Yeah. my brain does, yeah. Whitechapel was really hard though because their light show was like excessive
Yeah.
the whole time. Like, yeah. So it was a little bit rough, but
That's weird.
I'm getting the hang of
I
that.
don't know any
So
bands with excessive light shows.
definitely not.
No, dude, that's so cool though. See, like I could never do that because I would not focus on the pictures. Like I have been even these like I got some stuff at Continents mostly because I was there with my friend and her brother and like there was actually the openers were all fucking well Continents was technically an opener, so it was a Defense's album release party, which was also really good.
Oh,
Everybody
cool.
was so fucking good. So all four bands were sick. So the first band was called Hell Hotel, and it's like I think they're technically a duo, and then they have people that play with them on stage. Because if you go to their Instagram, it's just like this chick Demi and this dude. They were sick, and then my friend's brother was with her. Who he's younger. He's like I think she said he was 16, but he's like dying to go to more shows, and she's constantly at shows like us. So she brought him, and he was really stoked to see this band from Manchester called Crushed by Waves, and they were so fucking good. Like the energy was incredible.
Yeah.
But he had a lot of because she's always at gigs, so everybody knows her. So he had a lot of really good interactions with like the vocalists. I was like just behind them, and she's like, "Come stand by us." And I was like, "No, I'm taking pictures and like video of you and your brother like having the best time together with these guys." Then I grabbed just like a
It's
couple
awesome.
things when Continence was playing, but like this run of shows, since it's I'm going to like 6 shows, like I'm not gonna take pictures at all these shows of the same fucking two bands over and over again. So I just like am
Yeah.
trying to get pictures or video of like things that I don't have or like some of my favorite stuff. But I love not having my phone out. So like I would only be
Yeah.
able to be hired for shows where I didn't actually like the band because I would not be able to focus on like having a job like photographing them while I was having a good time.
Yeah. That was one of the nice things about going to see Enter Shikari twice. But also like there was definitely points where I like forgot I was supposed to be taking pictures
Mm-hmm.
and like got really fucking into it. But I'm also like, I'm not getting paid to do this right now. Like I can enjoy myself. Like I can pause for 2 seconds to fucking, you know, jump around a little bit, like and go hard like I'm supposed to. Because I still made it. And, I feel like once you've seen a band enough times, you know when like certain things happen that are like the cool moments to like get pictures of.
Yeah, like that's where I am right now.
Like,
Like I just have certain things that I know I want pictures or clips of, but other than that, I'm like, fuck this. I don't want this phone in my hand. Like,
yeah, I need to find a better system for my camera because my wrist strap doesn't cut it, and usually I don't have pockets.
get don't they
Because
make like neck straps? Am I stupid?
I mean, yeah, I just don't want to like buy another thing right now.
All right.
It's doing too much. I have my little side pouch though that I can basically only fit like my phone, my wallet, and my camera in, and so like that helps if I want to just like fully put it away. But I'll figure it out. It's whatever.
Yeah.
Um, but I don't know. I get that, and like I love that's part of why I went to see like the home team because I actually didn't know either of the two bands that were opening for them,
Mm-hmm.
and that ended up being really cool. They were really good, and I talked to the the opener, which is Palettes. Don't remember where they're from, but
No.
they were a fucking vibe. They were very nice. Um, I definitely would go see them again. But like that's fun to go. It's like even if you don't know the bands, because then you walk out probably having a new band that you like would see again,
Yeah.
just because you went there to like do the work. Um, but I also really, really want the opportunity to take pictures of people that I like want to support
Mm-hmm.
because I've loved them for so long or whatever. And like that feels really cool. I don't know.
That would be really cool. That's the manifestation.
Yeah. I don't know. I got this new moon is gonna be some heavy fucking lifting, I'll tell you
Oh, what's
what.
the date,
I
bro?
have
What's the date? Oh, we have time.
it's on the first. Yeah. Got a few days. But I got I'm putting a lot out there. I know I have to still actually like do the work of it and like put myself out there and like reach out to people. But right now that's terrifying. And like I keep telling myself like the worst they could do is say no. I don't like hearing no,
Nobody does.
especially when I'm like confident in my ability to do something.
Nobody
Like
does. It's
it's
just
like, but wait, I'm really good. Please,
it's
like
exposure
you don't
therapy.
understand.
It's exposure therapy. You ever see that chick that just went out and she like intentionally asked people questions that she knew they would say no to just to get rejected?
Yes, yeah, that makes me so uncomfortable.
Well, I used to bust.
Which I know is like the point, but I don't know.
When are we posting this today? Ish this week.
Yeah,
Okay, so I can't give all these. I'm not going to give all these details on someone else's behalf, but like someone that we both know or know of. Um, I've been busting her balls like the whole year. I'm like, you just need to talk to more strangers. Like what you do, you're good at what you do. You just need to talk to more strangers. Like stop, don't hide, whatever. And she called me the other day, super excited because she talked to um, a stranger at a show from the opening band, and then he was like, "Oh, do you want a photo pass?" I'm like, "Now she's gonna shoot the opening band at the show this weekend." I'm like, well, see what happens when you talk to strangers. Like, she's like, "I know, I hate
nice.
it though." I'm like, "Well, you're not gonna hate it when you're in the fucking photo pit at
Yeah,
almost the show you manifested to take pictures at." You're good. You just have to talk to people, and then they look at that's what's cool about like visual art or stuff like that. It's like if you talk to people, and then you're like, "Oh, look, I did this," and they're like, "Oh, fuck, that's sick." Like,
yeah,
do that for me.
yeah. And like I said, I always have my backup plan because in case everyone that I attempt to talk to or whatever says no, guess what? I'm still gonna be at your show with a camera. Ha ha ha. I'm still gonna support you because I love you
I like
and I
that.
want to see your art succeed.
Just remember, that's half the reason people say no too, right? Is like because they can't pay or they don't want to pay. It's not because the work's not good. So
Yeah. Honestly, I think at this point, like if I could get over there and just like travel around with somebody and like not have to just pay like the lump sum for accommodations like I did last time and like all that stuff, and it's just like just let me like ride around with you. I'll cover myself everywhere else. Just let me ride around with you and like do this for you.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I understand when it comes to like certain careers, if you don't get the exposure at all, you're never gonna get paid to do it.
Yep.
And so like I get that. That's fine. And also I get to go on an adventure. And like I love that because money isn't everything.
No.
And I'm gonna keep telling myself that because it's not. And I don't know. I think it'd be really cool just to have like the opportunity to just kind of fuck off for a little bit and like even just get to see like what kind of life like doing that is like. That's not the way that sentence should have been phrased, but
It's fun. I'm such a road
I
dog.
wanna.
Like,
Yeah,
I can't. I would happily live in a disgusting van or bus.
yeah. I mean, honestly, I'm fine with that. Like and also I'm very useful. I literally dated a musician for a fucking decade. I know how to load in. I know how to load out. I'm I'm good on all that. Like I'm only gonna be taking pictures for while you're playing. Like I can carry shit. What do you mean? Like
Could do.
let me do both.
I could do all the things.
Just take me with you. Like that's all I ask. Um but yeah, I don't know. It's something that I used to want to do really bad. Like I really wanted to like travel and take pictures and stuff. And I think like the subject matter just changed over time. Because for a while it was like I really wanted to do like for like Nat Geo and do like just travel photography.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got more into like the actual like concert photography thing, and I was like, oh no, this plus travel, this is where I
That's
belong.
what I was gonna say, that because that could turn into both. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
like you might not be doing like a ton of landscape photography, or you might, but you could be doing city photography and like food
yeah,
photography on days off. Like you can work so much into that.
yeah. And I think about like the amount of people that I could meet, and like I don't know, it just seems like a really fulfilling way to live my life. Um, and I don't know. I think all it takes is like that one opportunity to actually get out there and do it. So I just have to stop being scared to like ask for that opportunity.
Well,
Um,
you're fucked now because you
I'll
know
get
me.
there.
So
Gonna hire you as my life
I'm
coach to
gonna
talk me through these things.
I'm gonna just hound you.
Did you send the fucking message yet,
You
bitch?
listen. 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 That. But one of my clients is a musician, and she has homework that she has to do every day, and she texts me every day before 2 p.m. my time to let me know if her homework's done. To be fair, I don't set anybody's accountability. They set it for themselves, and that is helpful for her. I don't tell anybody what
Yeah.
they're going to do or when they're going to check in. But if you tell me when you want to check in and I don't hear from you, you're going to hear from me.
Listen, I am some kind of combination of like a toddler and a feral raccoon. I need somebody to just kind of like hit me with the broom on occasion, like like just
So
you get
that's
the fair,
so that's the
okay,
raccoon part, right?
yes,
Just checking.
yes. Like sometimes speak to me softly, like I'm a child, but also occasionally I do need to be hit with the broom.
Good. Good. So I'm jumping off the balcony, you're being hit with a broom. That's how we deal with our struggle moments. That's that's we have different coping mechanisms, but they work. I'm just going to yeet myself. Scrape me up. I'll
Oh,
start over.
yeah.
That was disgusting. I'm so sorry. I made a joke about train
Just
tracks.
imagine it like like Gumby style, where he like flats
Yeah, and then
and
he
then
like
just like
rolls
whoop,
up.
and he's like, "Yep,
He like rolls up into a ball that he. That's exactly what I meant when I said scrape me up. I was picturing like clay, not like horror movie.
yeah."
Which like totally unrelated, but the other day when Melissa and I were in Amsterdam, I opened up my For You page on my Instagram, and it was literally just an entire page of Art the Clown memes. There was not one single
Jesus
thing.
Christ.
There was not one. There might have been like one dog and like one sleep token suggestion, and all the rest of the posts were Art the Clown. Like the entire, I took a screenshot and I posted it and I was like, am I okay?
So
Like,
funny.
like, am I good? Let's see how many there are now.
Oh, Jesus.
Getting there. That one was better. Wait.
I didn't even put the mic in my mouth that time.
Today there's only 4 Art the Clown memes, but there is also a Baphomet meme. So, I can't. What is that face? What are you doing? Okay. Okay.
Um, damn, the hour went by so fast.
I know. I know. We need to figure out when we're going to chat again. This is too long. I don't like when we go long in
Yeah.
between. It makes me sad. I don't know what's happening with my hair.
You're out here living the dream, though, so
I know.
it's, it's good.
Sometimes I whine, but I don't mean it. Like all that whining about the travel was really just because my brain was not like, did not really compute what that felt like, but like would do it.
It's
Would do it
overwhelming
again.
having to yeah.
Oh,
I think when it's like you have to travel so like for such a distance in such a short amount of time, like it gets to be overwhelming. Like that's valid. Like I think it would bother like anybody. I honestly like I don't know how like traveling businessmen do it because like just stay put. Like
well, that's like easier because
but
I did that for work because then you just have like your black pants and your blazer and a couple shirts. You know what I mean? For me, I think it was
yeah,
like 3 different countries in winter and you don't know what to expect. I've just had so
yeah,
much shit. And then I don't know, I had this weird idea that felt like a good idea at the time that I didn't want to bring a rolling carry-on, which seems like the stupidest fucking idea in the world right now. I don't know why that would have ever been my idea to begin with as someone that travels and used to travel for work, so that didn't help. But
yeah.
I learned what I wouldn't do again. And I reminded myself that I don't need to pack cute outfits when I'm doing crazy shit like that because I'm just going to wear black leggings and a crop top every single time.
Yeah.
Like I wore an outfit and put on makeup for the first show and I was like, absolutely fuck this. This is not happening again. And then I wore the same exact
Yeah.
pants and the same top for the other 2 and mascara. And I could have just packed that and hoodies. So now I know.
Yeah, I've already thought about that. I think it was after walking around Heathrow with my pants falling down, trying to find the plane I was flying home on because my sweatpants were too big,
Oh,
and so they just kept falling down the whole time. I didn't have a rolling suitcase. My duffel bag was too heavy. My backpack was too small. I have learned my lesson. All it took was like one trip, and I'm like, I'm never doing this again. I
no.
have a plan. Bigger backpack, no duffel bag.
No, always rolling suitcase. Like I have a rolling suitcase, but I didn't bring the rolling carry-on because I was like, oh, I'm just gonna bring a duffel bag when we do Europe because like I'll basically just wear the same thing like 2 days and then 2 days and then 2 days. But then I was
Yeah,
like, oh, it's gonna be like 20 degrees in the morning. Like I need to bring 3 pairs of pants and 2 hoodies and a jacket and a like you know what I mean? Like all the layers took up so much.
it's a process.
It's fine. I learned.
You know better
I
for next time.
I very much have to learn
Yeah.
things like I have to do them wrong and then learn them. Wait, I want to show you before we go. I want to show you my. Can I show you my continence hoodie? I love this. I've been dying to buy this. I was like harassing Phil. I'm like, please make sure that we have these for the shows. Is it backwards?
Part of it's cut off.
Where?
No, part of it's cut
Where?
off
The
though. I need you
bottom?
to move to the side. There we go. Okay, that's cute. I love that.
Yeah, it's got this little ghost on the back. I love it.
Nice.
They were posting them and I was like, can you please, if this is not at the show, I'm going to die. And he's like, well, I don't know about the colors. I'm like, I don't wear colors. It's fine. I just need black. Just give me everything in black.
Yeah. I've been trying to like stop buying so much just like plain black stuff. I have too much band merch that's just black with something on it. I bought a fucking pink shirt
Nope.
and a hat. Actually, I just bought 2 hats. Because Sorry Mom had pink corduroy hats, and I fucking love me some corduroy.
Really?
It's super cute. But I just bought a dad hat because Bad Omens decided to do another drop.
What's a dad hat? Is that just like a baseball cap? What's a dad
like a baseball hat?
hat?
Yeah, just a baseball cap.
I bought one. Melissa and I went to like
I
a
don't know why I
modern
called it a dad hat, but
Melissa, because it's probably
yeah,
what it says on the site.
that is what it said on the site. Yeah.
Melissa and I went to a modern art museum, and I bought a hat that says, I can only wear it backwards because the front is like too big, and that looks weird on me, but it's fine. And I don't remember what it says now. In art we trust, I think.
Okay.
So it was my fuckboy hat for the rest of that trip when I needed to wear a baseball cap backwards. Because I'm not going to try to be something I'm not. I know what I am.
I'm trying to get back in my hat thing. So I have some good hats.
Oh, I love
I just need to
hats.
wear hats more.
I love hats. And then in the winter, I'm always
Yeah.
in my hood era. So like this is what's happening right here. Like I like to be like, I'm gone. Can't see me. I don't know what that was. I don't know what I did there.
Minecraft. Damn. My cat just tried to bully my dog.
You said shrink wrapped,
Poor
and I
guy.
almost took us down a condom conversation, but I'm not going to do that because we're already at a minute and 5. And that could an hour and 5 minutes, and that could really go off the rails. So
We'll do that next time.
yeah, maybe I don't know. My brain is also like my brain rot is real high right now, so
Yeah.
we're better off. I'm going
Well,
on 1 year of involuntary celibacy, so talking about dick might not be the best idea.
listen, I am going on 1 year of voluntary celibacy, and I'm right there with you.
Oh God, you did that on purpose?
Yeah.
That laugh,
That's what I'm telling you.
that laugh is manic. That was so
When I tell you I
manic.
don't know who I am anymore because I've become so powerful by simply just choosing not to fuck anyone. It's amazing.
I just
I
don't like any.
I can do magic now. Like,
I just don't like any of them. Maybe I should lie to myself and tell me it was on purpose because technically, it's not that I didn't have opportunity. I just did not like any of them enough. Like I just
yeah,
can't. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna change the narrative, and then maybe I will be more powerful.
yeah. Because I mean, it's like I could have. It's just like I'm just working on me, trying to get my life together, figure my shit out, you know.
No, I will.
And I've done such a good job.
You
I
did.
think my therapist seems to think so. So
You
that's something.
you did. That was not my.
But
That was not what I meant. I just meant that I will tell myself like, oh, this I did this on
yeah,
purpose because you were annoying and you got clingy and you were weird and you turned out to be conservative and like like
hmm.
I can't. I'm way too demisexual. I can't just like go out and have a one night stand and solve the problem. And I get
No.
annoyed so easily. I just like know. I know
See,
exactly what
I
I
think that's
want.
part of why I can't be, or why like I'm not Demi, is because I get so annoyed so like I don't want anything to do with you outside of this one night. Like, please just fuck off and leave me alone.
Wait, what do you mean? Demi is you have to like people. You have to like be connected.
Yeah,
Oh,
but that's why I'm not,
oh,
because I can sleep with
oh
them and
no.
not like them. Like yeah, on a level of like I want to be friends and like hang out more than once kind of thing. Like yes, I do like having, like, I know we talked about that briefly with the like being able to like have that kind of relationship with some friends, but also like I don't need that because I'm just a hoe.
I want to be. No, I can't. I just get annoyed. It's not worth it to me. Like, because then when
Yeah,
something annoying happens, I'm like, wow, this is why I don't do this because this is annoying now.
yeah.
I don't know.
You just ruined it. Thanks.
Yeah, no.
Well, this was a fun one. Thanks for coming by.
Sorry, there's a weird noise. I
We'll
keep
see you.
hearing a strange noise. Oh,
Oh,
sorry. Yeah.
it might have been my cat. I don't know.
No, I don't think so.
But yeah, we'll see you next week.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.